Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome and thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, right? So this is a nice Sunday. So fall is falling on us slowly and I can't wait to see the different leaf colors. Fall to me is just God's way of showing us that change can be beautiful, right? And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Totally, right? I just don't like to get my leaves done, right? And just when you think it's over for the landscaper to come cut your grass, and because the grass stopped growing at a certain time, next thing you know you got to get something else done, right? But that's fine, right? You got to do what you have to do. So today I am going to be briefly talking on therapeutic options and the importance of it and so on and so forth, right? I will start by giving you the definition and then I will delve into what I personally know from the standpoint. And it's for what I personally know and from the standpoint of what actually happens when you put this training to use. And this is a great training. It's so important, right? So by definition, therapeutic options is a unique approach to teaching skills that promotes learning and facilitates retention, focusing on developing a small set of perpetual postural, positional habits, and gross motor skills that participants quickly incorporate into their behavioral repertoire, rather than presenting a host of techniques that may be difficult to remember and execute. And that's by definition, right? And that is accurate, I may say, right? It is accurate. And a lot of things that, everything that I speak to you guys about in these videos are from experience. My personal experience, because I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, or it's from the website directly. And that definition is strictly from the Therapeutic Options website. And that's what all my videos are about, is from my experience, right? And it's from the website. So, and that's the Therapeutic Options website, right? And what better way to get, the information? That's the facts, right? That's what I'm here to do, give you the facts. And so you can learn, I can learn, we could, each one teach one, right? So, therapeutic options, right? Let's get into it. Therapeutic options is research-based, which means that the curriculum takes extensive research, literature from analyzing behaviors through psychology, traumatology, neuroscience, education, and so on and so forth, right? It's person-centered, which means the supports are strength-based and respectful of the individual's needs, their interests, preference, and goals as they move towards increased independence, right? Because that's the whole point. And the whole training is based on the individuals, right? I'm going to add that. The whole training is based on the individuals, so you know what the training is based on them, right? So person-centered, right? It's relationship-driven, right? Because it is of vital importance to build and maintain relationships with the individuals as a vehicle through which services are provided and support individuals by helping them expand their social skills. You are there to help. Right? So it's prevention focused. Now, prevention focused means it focuses on prevention strategies, right? Communication, de-escalation, and emergency management skill. Prevention focused. That's basically what that is in a nutshell, right? Trauma enforced. Trauma enforced is the curriculum. The curriculum incorporates insights through extensive research on the widespread independence and neurobehavioral consequences, right, of trauma endured by the individuals receiving mental health and developmental services, right? And that's it in a nutshell, right? What the therapeutic options is about. That's it in a nutshell, right? So I'm going to talk about my experience now, right? Let's talk about my experience. So my experience with therapeutic options, I know for sure it's called a variety of names in different states, right? Like I said, all these, even though it's all in the same field, different states, I'm sure this is you have assisted living and group homes in all different states. But however, the training may be different, the sayings may be different, but it's all one and the same, right? I know for sure it's called different things in different states. Sometimes it's called the different name from company to company within the same state, right? I've seen that also, right? Different companies will call it different things, right? However, they all have the same purpose, and that is to maintain a healthy relationship through effective ways to communicate and intervene safely during a crisis or an emergency, right? Through understanding the individuals you work with, right? Whether you are owner or you are care worker, you need to understand who you're working with, right? That's the whole point of you being there in that home or facility, right? You need to understand who you're working with. So this is what therapeutic option offers, right? So this training is very, 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 very imperative. And like I spoke in one, I spoke about this in one of my videos, right? Not just only, it's this training is not just only good when talking to individuals you work with. It's good when talking to people in your everyday life, right? It has helped me communicate much better, because most people don't, including me, don't communicate effectively, right? So let me give you an example when I say don't communicate effectively. So I would hear someone talk and not listen. Instead, I'm pondering on what I'm going to say next, or even wondering where my red pumps I got like 8 years ago. Where are those shoes, right? Opposed to listening fully and then responding. That's how you're supposed to communicate. You're supposed to listen fully, take in everything they said, then respond, not cut them off, right? Most of the time, people just cut each other off in mid convo. I'm still working on that. It could be it could be my ADHD. Who knows if I even have ADHD? I think people just say ADHD just because they like the alphabet. Who knows? However, I say that to say effective communication is imperative when talking to individuals, especially an individual that is nonverbal. There are so many reasons why you should pay close attention to individuals you work with, right? It could be a medical thing, even though it's not verbal. Communication is in different ways, and that's another thing they teach you in therapeutic options, right? It could be medical. Once again, they could be in a crisis, and that's which brings me to interventions, which is taught in therapeutic options as well. Physical interventions, right? So let me briefly touch on that. Therapeutic options trains workers various physical techniques to intervene safely during a crisis situation. So a crisis situation can look like this. An individual being triggered by an event, and a worker tries to de-escalate them verbally, right? They used to call it verbal commands. I'm not sure if they even call that still. So you verbally, that's like saying, please stop, John, please stop. Can you put that down? Please stop, John. Can you put that away? Can you put that down? That's trying to de-escalate verbally, right? However, that individual is past de-escalation stage and is now a threat to themselves or others. So when you utilize the therapeutic option techniques, you are able to safely secure the situation without hurting yourself, the individual, or others, right? So there is a technique you can utilize if your hair is pulled, you are bitten. They have a technique for that, right? Pushed, punched, or even choked. And if you use them properly, you can protect yourself, right? Number one, as a worker, without you, they can't, who's going to be at work, right? So you got to protect yourself and then everybody around you, right? So therapeutic option is a training that is mandatory in this field. And you must be recertified each and every year in order to work with individuals who are intellectual and developmentally delayed. There is no way around this. There's no way around. You have to be certified, and you have to recertify each year, right? So listen carefully. Now, this is for the owners, right? I like to talk to the owners because that's what this is about. It's about us owners. So owners and future owners, right? That's what this is about. These videos, I started it for you guys. I started for everybody, but So if your employees are not certified, you will be fined. You will be fined by the state. When the state comes to your home or facility, they need to see proof of that, right? And that's for each employee, and it must be updated. It cannot be old from 2 years ago. It must be updated. That's why you get the training and recertify every 6 months. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's once a year, every 6 months. But yeah, it has to be updated, right? And if I'm not mistaken, you have a specific amount of time allotted for an employee to obtain it, or their employee will be null and void, right? So look up therapeutic options training, and they will give you more information on how you can acquire the proper training for you and your employees. I'm speaking to the owners and future owners, right? I will be offering those services in the near future. And my viewers here on YouTube will be the first to know that, right? And I will also update it on my website, right? As well. All right. And my website is, if just in case anybody didn't know, my website is serenelife4you.com. And I have a variety of things that you can, I have some services that you can look on there, but I'll get into that another time. This is not what this video is about. All right. So yeah. So what I hope my viewers got out of this video is the importance of therapeutic options, how it can help the individuals, your employees, and yourself. And if you want to build and maintain relationships with your individuals, you must understand them and how to assist them, right? And that's how what therapeutic option offers, right? Everyone can remain safe, and relationships can be maintained if used properly, right? Along with empathy and genuinity. That word always gets me. And, going into a crisis with the intention of helping and not hindering is a good approach, right, to have with therapeutic options. And you can't go wrong when you're going into a crisis, when you know, okay, I'm here to help the individual, myself, everyone around, right? You go into a crisis situation like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think I cooked the meat and potatoes for you today, right? I think I did. Next week, I will be going back to the drawing board, right? I'll be going back to the drawing board. I will be speaking on the beginning process of opening a residential care home, which is what we have here at Serene Life now. All right. So, and wow, this is week 11 with me. Dang. I'm in week 11 of doing these videos. Oh, this is the 11th week of doing these videos, and I feel so I'm proud of myself, right? I feel myself getting better at this talking for the masses thing, which was, one of the purpose of me starting this channel. I was in fear, right, of talking to the masses, right? So this is a huge stepping stone for me just to be talking. I know I'm not live or anything like that, and which probably, in the future I will go live, right? But however, it's a huge stepping stone for me to just be sitting here talking to the masses, right? So, and I want to encourage anyone who has a fear of starting, and I mean starting anything, not just anything with assisted living, not just assisted living or in this field. I'm talking about just a fear of starting anything because they scared that people were going to not like it, or nah, I was like that, and I had to cut that out. I don't live for these people, these viewers and stuff like that. I don't live for them. I live for myself, right? And what I do, my passion, right? That's what I live for. God likes it. God's viewing, right? God is viewing. So I believe in you, right? So on that note, have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, thank you.